What's going on? Rob with 3 Strong. Today I want to talk about the shoulder joint and how it applies to pushing movements such as a push-up or a bench press. I see a lot of people have too much movement in the wrong areas and not enough movement in the right areas. How many times have you seen this? Either you've seen it in the gym or you've experienced it yourself, and maybe you don't even know it. But maybe this video will help you identify these issues with yourself. When you are doing a push-up, the movement, or push-up or bench press, the movement isn't coming from the shoulder blades. And this is one of the things that you really need to do even before you do this little test. Move your shoulder blades around and just see if you can do that without moving your elbows. It might be hard for some people. I've had, as part of warm-up sometimes, you do shoulder circles. And some people will literally, they have to move their arms. There's kind of this loosey-goosey thing. Being able to move your shoulder blades independently of your arms is actually going to help you in terms of the health of your shoulder and the actual strength that you can produce whenever you're doing push-ups or bench press. Because the shoulder joint is this. It's really 2 different joints in a way, what I would consider 2 different joints. One of those is the actual shoulder joint, which is that ball and socket joint that allows the shoulder to move around. The second one is actually the shoulder blade. The shoulder joint attaches into this shoulder blade here, but that shoulder blade is really just floating on our rib cage. So I can move my shoulder blade as well as my arm, but that's really the only thing that is attaching my shoulder onto my body. My shoulder sits on that shoulder blade, and granted it's attached to the clavicle, but aside from that, this thing is just attached by connective tissue and muscle. The shoulder blade is really meant to be a stable platform. Granted, it can move, but it's meant to be a stable platform from which we can produce a lot of power. If I have something that's very mobile sitting on something that's not very stable, that's like building a house on mud. How can we have a stable surface, a strong, stable surface that's just sitting on mush? And a lot of times when people do their push-ups or bench press, you see them try to move with the shoulder blade. Notice how my shoulder isn't really moving, my arms aren't really extending. So as you are pushing, you are utilizing the wrong muscles. You are essentially crumbling your foundation. And this is going to limit your muscular development and also your strength development and lead down that road towards injury. This is what I want you to do. When you get set up for push-ups or bench press, first thing, get down to the bottom. If you're going to do bench press, do it with a light bar, even a PVC pipe if it's available. But probably the easiest way is just to get down to the ground. Lie all the way down to the ground, get those hands positioned just outside the shoulders, but a little bit lower, and then squeeze those elbows back and feel that position. Feel the tension between the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are set now. Then from there, try to extend those arms out to full lockout without letting the shoulder blades loosen, okay? By pulling back, we've solidified those shoulder blades on the rib cage. Now the shoulders can do the work. Notice how my body position changes as well. I'm not crunching down into it. I'm not bringing the elbows over. I'm keeping my chest up, abs tight, shoulder blades back, extend out. Next time you do push-ups, give that one a shot. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to teach you what you should be doing with your hands to get even more power out of your push-ups and your bench press. All right? See you tomorrow.